Hey tribe, I'm coming to you imperfectly perfect in front of you. I know taking the photos, I know doing the measurements, I know all these things set in motion messages of failure, of fear, of insecurities, but that's it. That's where it stops, and then we move forward from there. And I want to come to you. I just got done with a ride, and I don't want you to think of this round as the start of your first round of 2020. I want you to think of it as your last round. I want you to dig so deep into this next 8 weeks, like it's the last 8 weeks you have on this freaking planet. I want you to show up daily for yourself. Give yourself that 5%, that hour, half an hour of your life for only you, because she needs you. She depends on you, and I guarantee you are not the best wife or sister or friend or teacher or boss or anything if your health is not the priority, the catalyst that leads you behind that into whatever your role, your purpose, your passion is. And so I want you to put those and drop kick those excuses to the curb. And every time that they come into your mind and they want to play tricks on you, you reach out to me. You reach out to the group. We rise stronger together. I want us to be like an army marching so freaking loud that everyone can hear us, that you look so changed and transformed to all the people around you that they don't even know who you are, that you show up with grandeur, with spectacular, bold intentions every single day. That when those excuses just start to creep in, that you breathe, that you get a glass of water, that you go for a walk, and that you realize you're so much bigger and stronger than any of those excuses that your mind creates for you. And when you feel fear or insecurities creeping in, that you go to us. That's what the group is about. None of the other stuff matters as much as your mind. You're putting yourself, the intentions that you create for yourself daily, and showing up in this group. That means getting your butt out of bed to do a workout. That means checking the post to see what your intention is. That means pre-planning your food so that you're successful, and that if you have hiccups, you have a snack pack ready. That means that when you're at the end of the day and you feel exhausted, that you do your meditation, that you write your gratitudes, that you show up somehow, but you don't make an excuse for not doing it, and you don't go into self-pity and self-loathing and fear and let that be your catalyst to control you. Because this is different. This time is different for you. And if you've done many rounds with me, this better be a different round for you. This better be a change in mindset. This better be something completely that you are taking on that isn't like anything else. I don't want you to go into it like, oh, I've done this before, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get in a routine. No, I want it to be completely new. I want you to be so on fire for what you can do to pass it on to your children, to pass it forward to the next generation, because we are in a health crisis in the United States. We are in such a health crisis with type 2 diabetes, with stroke, with Alzheimer's that are saying is the type 3 diabetes because of the way that we're eating and the foods that we're taking in. So your job is to stop the cycle. And yes, there's just 11 of us in this group, but 11 can be mighty, and then we can share it with other people. So if you're not that on fire for this, then I suggest you get with me and get your refund and get out now. Because I want this to be like the biggest marching tribe, that you just hear us coming at you, and that you don't hold back this time, that you let this be your catalyst for changing your whole outcome. Because the excuses will always be there. There will always be trips. There will always be dinners out. There will always be time that we're exhausted. There will always be things that are thrown roadblocks and emotional breakdowns in our jobs and stress. But we are bigger than that when we control it up here, and when we let that filter and we take that time for ourselves. So get all your stuff in, get fired up. And like I said, if you're not feeling that, I'd rather give you a refund. I want this tribe to raise each other up and rise out like bosses and boss up everywhere in our life. Because it's not easy. It takes a lot of bold action to boss up in your life, in your health, in your meals, in your mindset, in your meditation, and in your self-love. But once you do it, then that boss rides on. Then the things that come at you are very small, very tiny. So take this 8 weeks like they're your last, not like they're the first of 2020, like they're the last you're ever gonna be given. And at the end of 8 weeks, you won't be here. You'll have an expenditure if you don't show up for yourself. So take it on in that life-threatening mode so that you feel so inspired every day to jump on your bike, to get out for your weights, to make and fuel your body so that you feel amazing with energy, to take those walks, to take that meditation, to stretch your body with joy, to love yourself where you are currently, because I don't give a crap what you look like. What I care is how you feel. I care about what you're sending messages to yourself, because overall, that's gonna change all of this. It's gonna keep changing all of this. So show up, ladies. I'm so excited. I know that these first couple days are always like paperwork and this, and it feels a little bit out of motion, but today is a day that you can take to do that yoga. Today is the day that you can take to take some time for yourself and set up some really smart goals. Today is a day that you take bold action to do those measurements, to do those pictures, to get them done and say, this is it, this is it. I'm not going back to this place again, mentally, physically, emotionally, and how I feed my body. So best of luck, let's go for it.